I got the devil gene in me.
Look that like Tom Brady.
Oh God! Batman just killed a man. I have the key to your demise. Take care of this, you will.
My boy has sandals.
Stand here, I must.
I guess you didn't see that one coming.
Now your planet's fucking destroyed for your little mistake.
We need Megazord power now.
Let's go.
Let's go!
Fucking go, baby. Woo!
What is up, my peeps? Welcome back to the Mega Man X playthrough. I am your host, of course, Mr. X, and in the last episode, we put the flame out on Flame Mammoth, cut ties with Boomer Koenger, and brought the spark to Spark Mandrill. In today's episode, we are going to be tackling three of the final Maverick Bosses that we have left and everything like that and stuff. Starting with Sting Chameleon. And this is something, again, I don't recommend doing and everything. But hey, this is my playthrough. I do whatever the heck I want and everything like that and stuff. So yeah. But wait. Oh shit. Now that I think about it, maybe I shouldn't have went with Sting Chameleon. Now that I think about it, oh well, I could just pretty much show it off right after. I pretty much beaten these last three Maverick bosses and everything like that and stuff. So yes. So Sting Chameleon's weakness is Boomerang Cutter and everything like that and stuff. So yes. But right here real quick, this is a good spot. If you guys want to freaking grind for to fill out your sub tanks and everything like that and stuff, this is pretty much a good spot and everything. So yeah, because those guys pretty much spawn out like little worms and everything. Usually they spawn out like the health orbs and everything. So yeah, but I just want to kind of show that off, in case you want to refill like your sub tanks and everything. You could go for that spot and everything. There's a lot of good spots, to pretty much fill up your sub tanks and everything. But of course, you would kind of need to. And there's like a little mini boss coming up, and when you beat that mini boss, you get an upgrade for your armor, everything, which we're gonna show off right now. So strategy: use shotgun knives, go for the head, and everything like that. This boss can take a while, so we'll be right back. All right, guys, we're back. We defeated him. I always struggle with this one. This capsule contains a new type of body armor. It will reduce damage to your systems by 50%. And thus we've got the fourth and final upgrade to the Mega Man X armor. We've got the chest armor and everything, which can pretty much reduce damage taken and everything like that and stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all the upgrades to Mega Man X's armor and everything like that and stuff. So yes, there is also a heart tank around in the same area, but again, it requires us to defeat one of the bosses, which we'll pretty much show off later on and everything. So yes, but we won't. You could still go for it, but it would require a lot of skill. But I kind of do recommend, like, if you're new to this game, I do definitely recommend defeating the certain boss first, which is named Launch Octopus and everything. And of course, you say Loctopus is pretty much like a water level and stuff. And defeating him, pretty much that area will be like filled up with water and everything. We could easily swim down and everything. So yeah, but we'll show that off kind of later and everything. So yeah, what is that, a woodpecker? All right, so pretty much another thing too I definitely forgot to mention is that I don't know what I'm talking about. Shit. Here's an extra life. I honestly don't know what I was talking about. I don't think I really forgot anything and stuff. But anyway, let's go ahead and guide on through. This is pretty much like the little last area that will lead to pretty much Sting Chameleon and everything like that. Oh yeah, I do remember. Yeah, one thing I did want to mention too and everything is there were little cool collab that, you know, this game did for Minecraft and everything. Like, dude, you guys see me do a playthrough of that and stuff. Honestly, I was kind of, at first, I was debating, like, if I ever wanted to do Mega Man X, since I pretty much already did, you know, the Minecraft, you know, expansion and stuff, which is pretty much a little shortened version of Mega Man X1 and stuff. And I was just like, this is pretty much the same thing, you know, same concept and everything like that. But I was all like, nah, you know what? Let me do Mega Man X. I love this game too much and everything, and stuff. Even though I'm not the best at it, I still love this game, and everything. It's definitely, like, literally one of my favorite Super Nintendo games growing up and everything like that and stuff. So yeah. But anyway, here we are facing off against Steam Chameleon. Again, weakness is Boomerang Cutter and everything. You would think with Boomerang Cutter we're able to kind of cut his tongue, but I think only two of the 8 Maverick bosses only works that way, which is Flame Mammoth and Launch Octopus and everything. That's pretty much it. You would think so, like, hey, we could cut his tongue and everything like that and stuff, but no, and stuff. But I will say, certain elements does remove something from Maverick boss and everything, which will kind of, there's another boss coming up too that will show off. I think literally I think after this, after Steam Chameleon and everything. Steam Chameleon can be tricky and everything because he teleports. It teleports. I think it's a he. I don't really know and stuff. Sorry, I'm just accustomed to calling him that and everything. But anyway, yeah. So pretty much, you know, start, you know, rocking the whole, like, area. You know, the spikes will fall down and everything like that. He'll let out his tongue out and stuff. So yes, and we're almost done. There we go. Nice. Goodbye, Sting Chameleon. Laters. Still gets me. Still freaking gets me, dude. That freaking that theme of victory, the victory fanfare, freaking so good. But anyway, with that, since we defeated Sting Chameleon, we get his weapon known as Chameleon Sting. Yes. And if you fully upgrade it, you could pretty much be invincible, like the invincible frames and everything like that. You have invincibility and everything, which really comes in handy. It's one of my favorite weapons in the game and everything like that. So yeah, alright. So now that we defeated Steam Chameleon, next up we are gonna go with... We got 2 more bosses to go. Who are we gonna go with? We are gonna go with Armored Armadillo, which is pretty much the ideal boss to go literally after Spark Mandrill and everything, since Armored Armadillo is weakness to Electric Spark and everything like that. So yes, and pretty much here's Armored Armadillo stage. It's just pretty much an underground mine and everything. You're gonna be riding these carts around, but be careful because freaking we kind of almost died and stuff. So yeah, there is another secret around this stage, but we pretty much won't show off until, like, after you know, like when we get there pretty much and everything like that and stuff. It is a pretty long process to get. I'm pretty sure everyone knows what I'm talking about and everything. So yeah, but there is also one sub tank and a heart tank that we're gonna get. So right here, just let this doohickey dude go through and everything, and then here we go. This is the 4th and final sub tank. Yes, we have now all 4 sub tanks and everything like that and stuff. And we'll pretty much show off where the heart tank is at and everything. I do believe, well, we did miss the one from Steam Chameleon stage. So we got like 2 more heart tanks to go and everything. Be careful, do not want to go to the spikes, because again, it is instant death. In every Mega Man game, you know, you touch spikes, it's instant death. You die immediately and everything. But yeah. And then another thing I do want to kind of talk about, you know, I know Mega Man 12 was announced and going to come out next year at the time of this recording and everything like that. Like, I really hope, like, you know, if that game does well, that they make another X game. Like, I really want another Mega Man X game and everything. X9 pretty much. Like, I really do want that and stuff. But I could kind of understand, you know, X8 was if it's the conclusion and everything. Like, I would understand that. But I definitely want another X game and everything. Fun fact, X5 was supposed to be the last one, but since the game did so well, pretty much they just kept continuing and everything. Don't you just love that when movies, like horror movies specifically, do that? Like, hey, like, this is gonna be the last chapter for Jason Voorhees, or this is the final chapter of Michael Myers, or Freddy Krueger and stuff like that. But it's just like the movie does so well, like, oh, we can make another movie, and then yeah, so they give an explanation of why they are resurrected pretty much and everything. Yeah, don't you love that and everything? But as much as people clown on X6, I felt like it was okay, it was an okay game and stuff. Oh, but before we even continue, so here, this little area right here, this is pretty much the final area that'll lead us to Armored Armadillo's boss room. So this whole process right here, if you do this whole process like 4 times, if you like, as soon as you immediately like go up to that ledge up there and everything like that, and you drop down to the pit and you pretty much reset. If you do that process 4 times, you can unlock a very special ability, and it is known, and it's very well known to the fighting game community. It is it's a homage to another Capcom property. It is none other than the Hadouken from Street Fighter and stuff. So yeah, which I will show off how to do and everything. But anyway, here's Armored Armadillo, now plain Dillo. Yes, if you hit him with electric spark, his armor is just removed and everything, and becomes entirely easy. Entirely easy. Really easy boss once he gets electric spark. But anyway, back to what I was saying. XX, that was an alright game and stuff. I think it was more of X7 that was like the not so great one. Like, X7 did some really big changes that did not really sit well with the OG fans of the X series and everything like that and stuff. It pretty much made the transition to 3D and stuff, and it's just a lot of people didn't like that. Like, a lot of people did not like that. It was a totally different game. And not only that, like, literally most of the time you'll be playing a different character rather than Mega Man X and stuff. So yeah, it didn't really sit well with a lot of people, and it didn't sit well with me neither. I just like, it's a whole, I was okay with the change, and again, because every game, every 2D game, every 2D platformer made the 2D platformer, any classic 2D game made the transition to 3D and everything at the time. And pretty much, they wanted to do that for Mega Man. They did it with the Mega Man Legends series and stuff, which is a really great series and everything like that. I'm just like, damn, dude. Man, we'll never probably get Legends 3, unfortunately, and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. It wasn't really a well made. It was just and everything. I'm not gonna say it's like bad game. I was like, man, but just the changes that they made was like, all right. But thankfully, X8, they went back to formula and everything like that. And I honestly thought, like, oh, you know what, X8, I actually did enjoy X8 actually, and stuff. So yeah, but it's just like, I want more. Like, it's really crazy that after that was literally like the last X game and everything, and freaking. Like, I don't know what's Capcom like. Like, at the time, it was a weird era for Capcom. Like, they just did not care for Mega Man. They canceled Legends 3. They canceled another Mega Man game that I was really excited for, and stuff, that you could play as Ryu and other Capcom characters and everything like that. I forget the name of the game, annotation down. But I was really excited for that game, but freaking they canceled that one and stuff, and I was just like really sad. For freaking damn. All right, let's just keep going. The ideal idea to do this is just, yeah, you got to have full health and everything. Because, yeah, like, this one mini boss is annoying because it's like you're, like, literally have just this one platform and everything else, like, you know, if you even, like slip, you fall into the spikes and it's instant death. And I've always found this annoying and everything. And I'm just like, nah, let me not. Like, god damn it, dude. There we go. Nice. Alright, cool. Alright. Yeah. And it takes a while to defeat them too. I remembered. And stuff. But anyway, but yeah, my all-time favorite X game is X5. I love X5 and everything, which was supposed to be the final you know, game to the X series and everything like that and stuff. Was like, you know, it paid a lot of homages, not only to like the other X games, but also the classic series as well, and everything. And I was like, dude, this is really good. Like, it was really good, especially the music. The music's freaking great in that freaking game as well. So yeah, but anyway, if you shoot down this boat or ship or whatever you want to call it, and you go down over here, you're gonna face off against another mini boss. And this one not so hard as the other one, but this guy you pretty much just shoot him down, and then after that, let me just let me make sure I don't fall. We get the heart tank. We got one more to go, which will pretty much show off after this episode, at the end of the episode and everything like that. So yeah, but yeah, look at our health bar now. Freaking like, look how it was from the first episode to literally this episode and everything like that and stuff. Like, it's now big, but it's gonna even get bigger once we get the final heart tank and everything like that. So yeah, but anyway, oh, here comes another yeah, and I am completely out of completely out of freaking storm tornado and everything. And that's usually like my ideal weapon to use against those guys is, you know, storm tornado. But anyway, here we go. Gonna be facing off against Launch Octopus, which is like, that's why I always save them for last, because I really do not like Launch Octopus and everything. But real quick, before we even face him, we are gonna be using Boomerang Cutter, and this is one of those bosses that if you use Boomerang Cutter on, pretty much cuts out, you know, his tentacles and everything. Now he's just launching pretty much missiles, which becomes even more annoying and everything. But yeah, his weakness is Rolling Shield and everything, which you got from Armored Armadillo and stuff. And yeah. So now he's just launching missiles. That's all he's doing. Like, yeah, and he'll jump over you, and he'll kind of jump over you and everything like that. Yeah. Like, he launches a lot of missiles. Just like, damn, dude, I'm almost dead. I gotta use invincibility frames here. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's like, yeah, that's why I love Chameleon Sting's weapon, especially when you get the Z Buster upgrade and everything. But anyway, with that, all Maverick Bosses done, defeated. Oops, we're gonna hit my microphone. Done, defeated. And with that, since we defeated Launch Octopus, we get his weapon known as Homing Torpedo. Yes, we can now launch missiles, baby. Yeah, buddy. And here is pretty much the password and everything like that. You know, yep. That is all the Maverick Bosses. Are we done with the game? No, we're not. We're not done yet. Nope, job's not done. Job's not done. Finally, we found Sigma's fortress. Let's go in and put an end to his war against the humans. And thus, we are ready to face off against Sigma's. We're ready to go to Sigma's fortress. But before we even do that, over here we're back in Chameleon Sting stage. And if you defeat Launch Octopus, this area is now filled with water, which makes it more easy to kind of traverse through this area right here and everything. And then wha-bam, and now we got the last heart container. Yes, heart tank. And like I mentioned before, so if you do this whole process 4 times, and everything, like this particular area, like the final, you know, area that will lead to the boss room in Armored Armadillo stage and everything. If you go make yourself up here, if you do this whole process 4 times, you'll get this. I give you a special present. Now enter the capsule, please. And as you can see, Dr. Light is dressed like the homie Ryu, my main character that I like to use in Street Fighter and everything. Like, everyone knows this. Everyone who knows me personally knows this and everything like that. But anyway, with that upgrade, we get ourselves the Hadouken. Yes, Hadouken. It's funny how you see the two. Hadouken! Hadouken! Like all squeaky and everything like that. Oh man. So yeah, whole process 4 times. You know, once you reach this ledge, you know, just, you know, drop down to the pit and everything and reset and everything. You'll get put back in the checkpoint and pretty much do the whole 4 times, and yeah, you'll be able to get the Hadouken and everything like that. It is a long process, as I kind of had to fast forward up until I got the thing. So yeah, up to this point, we pretty much got all the upgrades and in Mega Man X and everything like that. So we practically pretty much won, not quite yet, but 100% of the game and everything like that and stuff. So yeah, but anyway guys, that'll pretty much do it. This has been mrespnozax saying good night, good morning, good day. We're at time to watch this video. For the next episode, we are going to be going into Sigma's fortress. Yes, I'll see you guys on the next one. Alright everyone, laters.